Hi, my name is Katie Thomas, and this is the time I was attacked by a shark. Okay, well, actually, I got into a boating accident, but the shark story sounded so much cooler for why I was bleeding. Except then I had to do research to really sell the story, because storytelling is something you have to get good at in order to make people believe it. I had to research migration patterns, sizes, teeth shape, to know what people would believe. And the answer? None of it. In the process, I decided how much I liked sharks and wanted to save them. I even wanted to consider myself a shark expert. But I realized sharks are not likely to attack humans. Most people just have an irrational fear because of the possibility of it happening, and probably because they have sharp teeth. Really, they're not a danger to us, but because of this fear escalated by society, we are a threat to them. Fear and money are the top reasons driving shark species to extinctions. According to Crystal Green's article, An International SOS, an estimated 100 million sharks are killed each year that we know of. There are issues with the number of undocumented killings, and we need to SOS. Save our sharks. Sharks are misrepresented and therefore seen as a danger to us, but in reality, we are what is killing them, but we are also what can save them. It's our job to be educated and help make that difference. Sharks are an essential part of ocean life, and they have been for millions of years, much longer than humans have even been around. NOAA's shark conservation article says how they are necessary in the food chain and the ecosystem. Without them, both would deteriorate due to nature's natural balance being thrown off. Aside from that, the best time of the year will cease to exist because without sharks, there will be no Shark Week. Sharks are valuable, more than just to the ocean. They're being killed for food, more specifically, shark fin soup. It's an Asian delicacy that Green mentions, and the whole fish is dying just for the use of the fin. And killing for food is one reason, but more commonly, they're killed out of fear, without proof or evidence that the specific shark has done anything to be a potential threat to humans. So all sharks are being targeted based off of mistakes from a few. To be fair, 725,000 deaths each year is a lot. I mean, it is, but that's how many people die from mosquitoes every year. And in 2014, how many people were reportedly killed by sharks? 10. The CBS article, 15 Animals Surprisingly More Deadly Than Sharks, lists how it's crazy that more people will say they're afraid of sharks when sharks only kill a fraction compared to those who have died from snakes, freshwater snails, roundworms, and tapeworms. Even domestic dogs are responsible for more injuries and deaths, but we do not assume the worst when we meet a puppy and try to kill them before they potentially hurt us. Statistically, almost 3 times as many people die from domestic dogs over sharks each year. I've never seen these other creatures portrayed to the public in such a toxic way. They're aimed to be killed in so many parts of the world. The International Union for the Conservation of Nature Red List says that 25% of sharks are considered threatened with extinction. It does not help that Gibbs and Warren's research for killing sharks, Cultures and Politics of Encounter and the Sea found that some contracts for killing sharks will pay $5,700 a day, or that some governments, such as in Australia, are allowing sharks to be lured to the surface so they can be shot in the head, and then the shark carcass will remain in the water. The entire policy regarding using bait to kill sharks is because of the movie Jaws. According to another Pepin, Neff, and Winter article, Reducing Fear to Influence Policy Preferences, an experiment with sharks and beach safety policy options, talks about a fictional movie trying to kill the species it portrays as the villain in a fictional movie, and it's working. But people are starting to realize the mistake here, that sharks need to be saved. I don't think anyone has said it better than Reed's article, stating that sharks might be the most feared creature, but they are also the most misrepresented. Really, a lot of the misconception is because of their portrayal to the public. It's all about emotion. All of the articles I read emphasized how much it's up to us to make the difference as the people. If we, as Pep and Neff and Winter say, shift the public attitude from fear to pride, then it can help pass regulations or change the lethal ones that are in place to help give sharks the support they deserve. The United States is a leader in shark conservation, but other countries are also a part of CITES, which Noah's article talks about as the Convention on International Trade and Endangered Species of Wild Fauna, where over a dozen species of sharks are listed on the endangered, including the great white. Getting more experience with sharks will help with pride between them and the people. An example is seeing them in aquariums to build those relationships. I think the Discovery Channel's Shark Week is also doing a really good job of helping the public's image going in favor of sharks. The American Aslasma Branch Society is working on the press aspect. Instead of only showing the shark negatives, they're presenting the positives as well, such as encounters with no injuries or shark sightings. This will show the numbers of good outweighing the bad. Really, sharks should be afraid of us. We pose a much bigger threat to them right now. There are so many mundane things that could kill humans instead of a shark, and the fears in our heads from the way that they are portrayed, not reality. If we continue this, sharks will be extinct sooner rather than later, after millions of years on the planet. There are ways to stop this. Many oceanic conservation resources will accept donations going towards getting the sharks the protection they deserve. But even simpler than that, right now, you can do something. Text SHARK to 55555, that is SHARK to 55555, and sign the petition to eliminate the bait and kill policy. They cannot fend for themselves, but we can do our part to help them.